So yeah, so go to your wall, go to create your wall like you would any other one. You can choose different types of lines. You can choose a start and end arc. So click that and sort of draw different curves. You can choose a radial or arc line wall. You can what's this one? Tangent and arc. So you can choose to do that. But also, if you have drawn your curved line in your Revit, in your Rhino model, you can bring that in as a CAD drawing like we did and select those lines to create walls. So I'm gonna go ahead and unhide. Let's unhide this. Again, I think there's a curve. Is it this one? Okay, I'm gonna relink that. There's one with okay, good. There's like a curved stairs here. So I'm going to use this as an example. So let's assume that was a wall, not a stair. I can go to wall and I can just pick a line to create a wall. So if I pick that line, I can come here, zoom in. Okay, so it's not allowing me to pick this line. Well, your lines have to be joined, and they have to be a particular kind of line from Rhino for you to pick them. You know what? Just maybe what I would say is try and export. So try and draw with arcs and like arcs and like straight lines to give you a curve, and try and draw with a spline. I think it would not allow you pick a spline. You guys know what a spline is, like a NURB curve, right? It would not allow you pick a NURB curve. It would allow you pick a curve that was like two lines with a fillet, right? So if you had this and that and this, and you did that and you did that, right? That's sort of like a curved line. It would allow you pick this, pick that, pick that, pick that, pick that. But if you had this as like a spline, it would not allow you pick it. And I think this is a spline, so that's why it's allowing you pick it. So yeah, but that's how you just select the line and you can turn them into walls. If they were arcs. So yeah, I'll try that. Yeah.
If you say like imported like a massing of stairs from Rhino, could you assign it as stairs in here as well?
No. You have to draw. You can have it just be there as like context, but you have to draw your stairs in Revit.
Is there a way, like, I know like myself and a couple other people have like those like stairs that are like sitting stairs and then regular stairs like together? Like, do you know?
Right. So in that case, this is good. You guys should ask questions, please, because everyone has different projects, and yeah. So in that case, let's go ahead and draw a stair. So I'm gonna go to my create stairs, and I'm gonna go to that option to create a sketch. And when I do that, I can manually draw the shape and form of my stairs. Okay. So if my stairs had, let's draw an arc first. Let's draw this, and then let's draw another. So the same way I created my ramp is going to be like similar to that. So let's say it had this like unusual shape. Okay. Now the hassle with this is you have to like figure out how to make all of those lines perpendicular between the two curves, but spend your time doing that. So these are the boundary lines, okay? And I can draw the riser lines. And I just come here, select the first riser line, draw the second one, draw the third one, draw the fourth one. I'm just gonna jump this. Now this looks like a sitting step, right? Like, because it's usually deep and, and high. And if I completed that, oh, sorry, there's one last thing, your stair path. So we're going to draw the stair path the same way from here to there. Okay. So, and just click OK. And you can go to your 3D view, and that's what it looks like. Now, if that had, say, an additional like step seating, you can go ahead and sketch that again beside it. And I'm going to select the line, the edge of this one. And let's say I just offset that. Okay. Offset by, sorry, where's my offset? Offset by like 2000 millimeters. And now I can, so first of all, you want to, like your normal steps would be, say, 300 deep and 150 high. So the riser would be 150 and millimeters, and the rising and the tread would be 300. So, but for your seating step, it would probably be like 1,000 by, I don't know, 500 or whatever. First of all, you want to calculate how many of the seating steps you would need to make up for the height of your actual step. If you know that already, you can just go ahead and draw the riser lines for those. So let's say for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 normal steps, I need like 4 sitting steps. I'm going to draw that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's close that. And I'm going to draw my stair path again. And that would go from here. Sorry. To there. Okay. Why not? Okay. So if I go to 3D, I don't want the seating step to be the same height as my normal step. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to edit the type of that. And actually, let's edit it. And then let's edit it here. And I'm going to say, well, that's not allowing me. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to select that step. Unfortunately, I've created both of them in the same category. I'm going to select the step. I'm going to edit it. Okay, and here I have different sort of types of stairs. Now this one, if you look at it, is a non-monolithic run. And that's this one. I can select that. I can come here and change this to monolithic type, and it's just going to change all of my stairs to monolithic type. And that's because I've made both of them in the same category. So let's see if there's, I'm going to try and figure out a way to separate them so that I can do what I'm trying to do. So let's edit that. I'm going to delete this from here and say, okay, edit this. I'm going to delete this one. So now there are 2 separate stairs, okay? Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, you want to create the first stairs, finish that, and then create a new staircase. And so I'm going to select this and change that to a monolithic stair. And that gives me a different kind of stairs. And I can edit this type and set my custom riser height and my custom tread depth. So if I wanted my riser height to be, say, 600, and yeah, I already have my tread depth from the sketch. So I'm just going to click OK. And I'm going to say, go to level 2, and let's say 1000 in level 2. And then it's just going to pull that up for me. And if I brought that back, let's go to plan view. Let's push that back this way. Okay. Oh, sorry. Base level is at 1. Why is that giving me? For some reason, that stair is like on a separate level, even though it's supposed to be on the same level. Okay. So I'm just going to try and match that. Okay. So now I have what looks like a seating. Let's delete this railing so you can see it more clearly. So now I have what looks like a seating step beside an actual step. And basically I just achieved that by drawing 2 different staircases and like manipulating the height of one. Does that clarify your question? Yeah? Okay. Any other question? Did everyone get this step? Because I jumped a lot. Is there anyone who did not get the step? Okay. Another question? So that I don't stop the recording this time and then. Okay, none. Seems like every time I say none, someone realizes they have a question. Okay, yeah.
Is there an easy way to, like if you're editing the profile of the wall, kind of pull out like a point almost that the surface will follow?
You could do that with massing, but you would have to create the ball in the mass, like you're not importing anything. Because typically, like Revit doesn't work that way, like Rhino, where like, or like Grasshopper, where like you pull something, everything responds to it. It's parametric, but not in that way. And so even if you did that in massing, where you pull the point, you'd have to go back to like your workspace and delete the walls you've created before and create new walls to adapt to that new shape. And we are not required to teach you guys massing because it's a lot more, like it would be a separate tutorial on its own. But I would encourage you to look online. So basically, you just come to massing, go to in-place massing, create a new massing, and you can create like, so if for instance you created a shape, you can make that into like a solid form, make that into a sphere, right? This is already becoming like something. And like you keep going on and on like that. Like you get points from that, and then you can pull and push and all of that. But yeah, that's beyond the scope of this class, basically. So no, yeah, you cannot do that. Sorry to break your heart. I'm not gonna ask if there's any question. I'm just gonna stand here for like 5 minutes, and if any question? Okay, so no question. Okay, no question. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording. Thank you guys very much for your patience. This was like a very boring class, even for me, but